right, this is a Fox News alert. President Trump is back at the White House tonight after a historic weekend from his command center at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida. Thanks to this president, the skill, the bravery, the sacrifice from America's service members. The world's #1 state sponsor of terror is getting dismantled right before our very eyes. It is history in the making. This is the very same regime that tried to assassinate President Trump not once but twice. They have now lost their supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, and almost everyone else in his inner circle, 40 total. Trump told ABC, quote, "I got him before he got me. They tried twice. I got him first." Here with more on what led up to this Operation Epic Fury, our special envoy to the Middle East, friend of the program, Steve Witkoff, is with us. All right, you're in the room with these negotiators, and I know you. You are a deal maker. The president wanted a deal. You had a lot of latitude in that room. Bring us inside that room.
First of all, Sean, thanks. Good night, good evening, and thanks for having me. So just to give you a little bit of a taste for how these three days of negotiations went, 3 separate times, Jared and I opened up with the Iranian negotiators telling us they had the inalienable right to enrich all their nuclear fuel that they possessed. That's how they opened up. We, of course, responded that the president feels we have the inalienable right to stop you dead in your tracks. They then went on to say that beyond the inalienable right to enrich, that was going to be their starting point. And Jared and I just sort of looked at ourselves flummoxed and said, well, we're really in for it now.
What I wouldn't do to be a fly on the wall in that room, because, Steve, you're a negotiator. You've run the most successful businesses, built some of the most beautiful golf courses. It defies all logic and reason for them to sit there as if Midnight Hammer never happened and dictate to you that the one thing that President Trump insisted on, they can't get a nuclear weapon, they're going to go forward anyway. How stupid are they? Were they? They're done. They're gone now.
Well, it was pretty silly, but they thought they could strong-arm us. You know, President Trump sent me and Jared there to really determine on his behalf whether they were serious about doing a deal that addressed his objectives, which are elimination of their missile program, elimination of their advocacy and support for proxies, which is destabilizing the entire Middle East, elimination of their Navy so we can have freedom of the seas and not be threatened with the shutdown of the Gulf of Hormuz, and finally, no nuclear enrichment that can get them to weapons grade, which means no nuclear bomb. And we went in there and tried to make a fair deal with them, and it was very, very clear that it was going to be impossible, probably by the end of the second meeting. But we then went back for the third meeting just to give it the last college try. And of course, they thought they wanted us to report positivity. It was not positive, that meeting.
Oh, Steve Witkoff, I know you've been flying all over the globe, and you know, on your own dime. I think people do need to know that, if you don't mind me telling people, serving your country, serving the president, doing your best to bring peace to the world. They brought this action on themselves. You gave them every opportunity to take the exit ramp off. They decided not to. But we really appreciate you sharing all that with us. Steve Witkoff, Middle East envoy. Thank you, sir.